advice I would give to anyone, not to sound too much like a certified financial planner, is to diversify as much as possible. I mean, in the old days, you could be a drummer and make a great living, you know, because you'd go on tour with a band or you'd play sessions, and those days have kind of come to an end. You know, just the money just isn't there. So my advice to anyone would be to diversify. And if you're a musician, learn how to DJ, learn how to play live, learn how to produce other artists, learn how to write classical music for movies, learn how to do remixes, learn how to do music for video games. And if you diversify and you're capable of doing all these different things, you can actually have a very stable, good living as a musician. Yeah, so that would be my advice to anybody, is the more you can do, the better the chances that you're going to go on and, you know, be able to prosper, even if one aspect of the music business completely falls apart. It seems like for young musicians to get their foot in the door in the industry, it depends what type of musician they are and what they're ultimately gunning for. You know, if you're a 19-year-old aspiring Justin Timberlake, where you want to be a huge pop star, then you get a high-powered music lawyer, you have $1 million deal with Sony or BMG or whomever, and you do you work with all the hot producers, and you come up with a record that sounds like everything else on the radio. So that's one route, which is tried and true and not very interesting, if you ask me. The other route is to do as much as you can yourself. You know, to be a band living in LA or New York or Minneapolis or Seattle or wherever, and writing great songs and producing your own music and having a MySpace site and a Facebook site and iLike site where you can actually get your music in front of people. And then, because that dialectic then exists between the musician and the audience, you put up a piece of music, and if it's a good piece of music, the audience responds. Or if it's a bad piece of music, they tell you why they think it's bad, and hopefully you can learn from that. And I think the musicians end up being able to craft better music because of that sort of like instantaneous dialectic.